Wow.
That's interesting. Okay, so Saturday night, then you have Detroit at home, laying 8.5 to Washington. The Commanders come to town, 55.5. That's a monster over-under. Lions coming off the bye. Washington was the only road team to show up last week. They did it against Tampa. They gave a great effort, came away with a victory. I'm going to pick Detroit here. I kind of love this. Now, Jaden Daniels has done a remarkable job. Peaked at the right time, right? And then had a little bit of a lull, and then it peaked again, and that's really working out for him. But the momentum, I don't think the game will be or the spot will be too big for him in Detroit, but this is kind of a different beast this round with the rookie quarterbacks. We saw C.J. Stroud last year. Like I said, he beat the Cleveland Browns at home, then went and got smoked by the Baltimore Ravens. Lions are good, rock solid. They can play a little defense now. They got Alex Anzalone back. He was a force in Week 18 against Minnesota. And under Dan Campbell, the Lions are 10-0 as favorites in primetime, winning by over 10 points a game, 13-4 against the number with extra prep time. 564 points for the Lions. Nothing to sneeze at, Parlay Kid. Nice run, Commanders, but come on, they should have lost to Dallas twice. Dallas is a terrible team. 38-20. Lions move to the NFC Championship.
Okay, Sal. Well, I'm going to go against you here. I'm going to take the points with the Commanders here. So Washington has won 6 straight games and hasn't lost by more than a touchdown since its Week 1 loss against Tampa. They average 28.5 points a game, and so they're one team that can keep up with the high-flying Lions offense and exploit their lack of depth on the D. I'm going to say 34-31. Detroit wins. I'll have them on money line parlays, but I think the Commanders keep this very close.
All right, history dictates that this will be a track meet. From Action Network, over-under playoff games that hit 55 or more, 70% hit the over when played indoors. So you could expect a lot of points. All right, let's hit a player prop here. Jaden Daniels, love him like a brother. He's going to win me some money for Offensive Rookie of the Year award. I picked that in August, but I think he's going to throw an interception. Now, the VIG's a little high, -148. I have to say, he didn't do the typical rookie thing, right, where he threw like 16 to 20 interceptions. But in fact, he only had 9 picks. But this Lions defense is most similar to the Eagles, in which he gave up 3 in 2 games. I just think he's going to pass a lot in an effort to catch up. He dropped back to throw 35 times last week. If I think he does that this week, one of those is ending up in the hands of a Lions defender. Give me Daniels, -148 to throw an interception. What do you have?
Yeah, I'm going to take Gibbs, 25 yards plus receiving at -102. Sally's averaging 30 yards receiving per game on the season, but in his last 5, he's gone over this number 5 straight. He's had 4+ catches in each one of those games. He is a terrific security blanket for Goff, and he even lines up as a wide receiver sometimes. So, and Sal, he can hit the big play at any moment. Little dump off, boom, 25 yards plus. Gibbs has been money with this for the last 2 months. Take Gibbs over 25 yards receiving.
All right, this is a fun game. A lot of people going to be rooting for the rookie. Parlay Kid, what was the greatest playoff run you saw from a rookie quarterback?
I'll take the most recent one with Brock Purdy, who had a nice 2-game run 2 years ago, but then he got hurt in the 3rd game and had to be pulled, and that was that. He might have gone on an historic run at that point, but that's the most memorable one to me, because there just haven't been many good performances by rookies, rookie QBs in the playoffs.
I think Mark Sanchez made it to the championship game. Flacco, or as Harry says, Flacco, made it to the championship game with the Ravens as a rookie. Here's one that's going to blow your mind, or maybe not. It's going to make you sick. It happened against our Cowboys in 1985. Do you remember this guy for the Rams?
Yeah, you know what? I forget the name, but he was probably from the CFL, correct? Was he a CFL guy? So he wasn't necessarily like a rookie. He was like a 34-year-old quarterback from the CFL, correct? I could be wrong.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that, but his name was Dieter Brock.
Yes, he was CFL. He was an older
CFL guy?
Yes, he was.
So we lost that game 20-0.
Yeah.
Want to hear his stats? And he was the only quarterback that played.
Probably had like 70 yards passing or something.
70. 6 for 22, 50 yards.
Oh, my gosh.
That's Anthony Richardson first half numbers.
Man. Oh,
Danny White had a terrible game. He had 3 interceptions, and we lost. We probably would have gotten killed by the Bears anyway, as the Rams did. But anyway, 6 for 22, 50 yards. That's got to be the worst line for a playoff winning quarterback. without having thrown interceptions.
Sal, there's got to be no doubt about that. Flacco had some bad games when the Ravens were winning at one point, but that's an all-time bad game. That's terrible.
Yeah. All right, let's try to forget about that. We're going to take a quick break, and TPK and I need a rest. When we return, we're going to have our picks for the Sunday games. The Rams head cross-country, take on the Eagles, and a big one in Buffalo between the Bills and the Ravens. That's next when Cousin Sal's winning weekend continues.